Guys, deluded Guna YouTube's and Golo Kante. I was gonna do this video before the Arsenal versus Swansea game, but I didn't, and maybe God had a plan. Now I believe it will be it will be February by the time we play. By the time we play Everton, we need a big February. Now, what we actually need as a club and what actually happens are two different things as a football team. I mean, I've said several times over my short career on YouTube that we need to do this, we have to do that, and you guys too have said it. And what we need to do and what should happen. 1 second, guys. Yeah, what we need to do and what actually we actually do, we don't do it. We don't go ahead and do it. So I want you guys to take this with a pinch of salt, but we need a big February. We need a big February. Our neighbours Spurs have a big February early on. They got to play Arsenal. It's a big game for both sides, but how we're playing, you never know. And they've got some other couple hard games like Juventus and that. But we're not here. And some other teams have a hard February. But for us, decisive month. Now, we know we can't win the league and we can't get, top four mathematically is possible, but for me, it's a myth. We know all of these things can't happen, so we near enough know come May what our season's going to look like, or the verdict. Hell, we've been able to predict that for a time. But to have any sort of salvation, any sort of positive, we need to get together. I say this because we've now got our 2 legs in Europa League. Fair enough, it's not the most expansive of teams and illustrious of teams and things like that. But they're on this giant killer thing. You cannot take any side lightly. They're in Europe for a reason. Just because we're Arsenal and they're not as known as us does not mean we'll win. We need to win that. Now, personally, you guys know I'm very pessimistic on our chances of winning Europa League. As Arsene Wenger would say, as long as we're in it, we have a chance. And I'll stand by the boys and I'll back them. And of course, I want to win it. But I'm very pessimistic. Would I sit here and honestly tell you guys I believe we can, having looked at some of the sides in the competition, do I believe we could win it? If it was based on just ability and playing, I'd back us any day of the week. But I don't believe we can do it. I would love to be proved wrong. I don't see the spirit in the side, much less the personnel. But yeah, we need to pattern up in that to have any chance at the top 4. I mean, top 4 Champions League. I get these things mixed up, but you know what I mean. We've obviously got the final against City. It's not the biggest of cups for us. It obviously means more to us than City, and I say that lightly because Pep wants to win everything. He goes and scouts all oppositions regardless of how big or small the team they're playing are in whatever competition. Chance to do a double. They're still in the FA Cup. They can still do a double, treble, depending on how things go. They can do a domestic treble. I'm sure they want to win the champ, so there's a chance they could win it all or whatever. So it means more to us because this is realistically in the basis that we're in the final already, the best chance of silverware we have. It's not the biggest competition, but in the sense that it's a rival, it's against City. Wenger's never won it. Personally, as a young Arsenal fan, 22 years of age, I haven't seen us lift that trophy. Those of you that are old enough have. It's a chance to win that. At the end of the day, it's a trophy. We've got to Wembley. You might as well just do the job. And the cup. This is a cup that's only relevant when your sides win. So we'll do this. I mean, we'll get to run some banter about winning something on Spurs' ground if nothing more comes to it. I'll get to banter some of my friends who stress me, and currently I'll text in my phone, which I can see it as I'm doing this video to you guys saying that we lost to Swansea. But yeah, we know we need to pattern up in that. We need to win all our Premier League games. We've got to play Spurs. That's a big game. We haven't done the double over Spurs in a while in the Premier League. And on top of that, we just need 3 points. Our away form has been very shaky. We go away to Spurs at Wembley. Fair enough, we know Wembley. Arguably, we're more comfy at Wembley than Spurs. But it's an away game. We've won 3 away games this season. It isn't. They've got a hitter in Kane and them things. And I'm saying Spurs lightly because obviously before Spurs we've got to play Everton. So we need to win these games. We really need to get signed. Realistically, you take a point from Spurs. We'd love to beat them. You avoiding a loss is almost unthinkable if you're an Arsenal fan. You don't even want to think about losing to Spurs. But yeah, man, we need to. We know City are going to win the league, and we're not pulling any hopes in regards to the Carabao Cup, not to go over that again. But we need to go undefeated in February. We need to really go undefeated. We need to have a big February. Nothing less than that, to be honest with you. To salvage anything, I need 5 wins from 5. To be honest with you. But man, in the league, whenever that is, man, and we need to do our thing. And I say that lightly because we remember last year, but we really need to pattern up. Guys, to do the Guna YouTubes and Golo Kante, let me get out of your hair.